Lock the fuck in. Lock inwardly, man. You not serious, man. You in the studio with Lil Yachty? Man, this your redemption album? And you still got Lil Yachty in the studio? You doing songs with Yeet? You ain't serious, man, with these songs you dropping, man. I am a one-man show. I record, edit the video myself, create the thumbnail, everything. So hitting like and subscribe does help a bunch. Thanks so much. Back to the video. I knew Drake could never be eliminated when the ghostwriting rumors didn't take him down. When Drake overcame the ghostwriting rumors, I was like, yeah, this man's plot armor is way too strong to ever be fully defeated. See, I knew when Drake overcame the BlackBerry freestyle situation, you know, when he was caught freestyling, but he wasn't freestyling. Not only was it not a freestyle off the top, he was reading off his phone. We had never seen anything like that before.
Hold up. See, you called me off. I'm gonna get this. Hold on. Can we come back? Can we do it?
When he overcame that, I knew he could never be beaten. When Drake overcame the Pusha T story of Addy Don comboed with the blackface. See, it wasn't just the story of Addy Don's son reveal. It was the blackface. When he overcame that, I knew he could never be fully defeated. Drake's plot armor is way too strong. And at this point, I don't think that anybody can beat Drake except Drake himself. You gotta remember, man, Drake is one of the most beloved hip hop artists ever. People love Drake. Look, I'm in Southern California, Kendrick land as it's also called, and people still play Drake nonstop. If I go out right now, I'm going to hear Drake music. They play Drake in Target. They play Drake at my boxing gym. They play Drake's music. You could just post up at a street corner and the most played rappers out here are Mozzie, Nipsey Hussle. You're probably gonna hear some Drake. I'm here in the battleground state of Southern California and Drake is still played massively. At one point, I know as the Kendrick community, we thought this guy was finished. We had taken down Goliath, which we did, but there was no point where I actually believed that Drake was done, finished, finito. I never believed that. See, and a lot of y'all believe that, right? I remember having conversations with people in the comment section. Y'all know, I love going back and forth. Right after Drake lost, I was like, guys, I don't think he's finished. You guys are talking like this guy's career is over. Even back then when it was fresh, when it was new, I was like, I don't think this guy's finished. I've seen this dude overcome way too much. Look, when the ghostwriting stuff came out, I said, yes, this is it. And y'all know my history with Drake. I'm the original Drake hater on the internet. I'm the original Kendrick supporter on the internet. I'm probably one of the first 10, 15, 20 people to promote Kendrick's music on the internet. If you really go back, earliest people to post Kendrick's music, like I'm one of them first 10, 15, 20 people. And I never liked Drake's music. A lot of y'all liked Drake's music back then. I never liked it. I never related to it like that. But I never felt like Drake is done. I've seen him overcome too much. When he overcame the ghostwriting stuff, I was like, yeah, this man is not unbeatable, but he's too big to fail. He's too loved. And I will go back and forth with people in the comment sections. Y'all saying Drake is finished. I don't know. Like, he has a huge core fan base. Women love Drake's music when he drops to R&B. He's a loved artist. You know what people told me? Troy, how dare you insult women like that, as if we are just going to accept and forget about what Drake had done to us in this battle with Kendrick. You think we're dumb enough to just go back and support Drake? And what happened when Drake dropped Give Me a Hug?
I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby.
To you, baby. I miss you.
I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. But listen for you, a legend from the six. Hate to see you with a dick sucker.
What happened when Drake dropped Nokia?
Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha?
Who's cooking that shit? Who's cooking
Is it Becky? Is it Keisha?
Yes, people was right back in love with Drake. I know a lot of the recent Drake music has not been hitting. It's not been charting, but at the same time, he has records that have charted. We are not going to pretend like the Party Next Door joint did not resonate with women heavily. I'm on Instagram just like y'all are on Instagram. Y'all saw his core fan base, which is women, loving that record. His core fan base liked that record, man. Whether we like it or not. Y'all seen my album review of that. I yawned straight through the album. I was gonna fall asleep, but that was Anthony Fantano's move. So I was like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna do one continuous yawn. And the What Did I Miss joint hit hard. I mean, these were all records that were on Billboard. So yes, we can focus on the 20, 30, 40 other records that Drake may have dropped that didn't work, but he still had to hit records. I mean, What Did I Miss was almost #1. That was almost his record-breaking #1 record to surpass Michael Jackson as the #1 male solo artist in terms of #1 records. So I think it's safe to say that did the Kendrick battle affect Drake? Yes, it definitely put some chinks in his armor, but I begrudgingly have to say that the man has come back from it. When you look at his rollout to Iceman, he's got hundreds of thousands to millions of people watching these live streams, anticipating this album. He's already dropped a successful record following the beef with Party Next Door, which was just a masterful move to lock right back in with the women, his core fan base, right after the beef. I don't think anyone defeats Drake. Sure, there are rappers that can score victories over Drake. Pusha T has scored a victory, and Kendrick scored a victory. But to completely take him out, to end his career, I don't think anyone can do that but Drake himself. And actually, I think the Iceman rollout, the way Drake is doing these live stream episodes, I think this is actually hurting him a little bit. You know, if you've watched the breakdowns to the Iceman episodes, you can see that Drake is trying to tell this story and take shots at the executives over at UMG. He's in a lawsuit with UMG, and I don't think it's landing effectively with his fan base. I think Drake is trying to do the Kendrick thing, where Kendrick drops these little Easter eggs in his videos and in his songs. When Kendrick releases that song or video, a whole bunch of YouTubers go and break down the song. It makes the song a lot bigger than what it would have been because people are actively involved in breaking down the song, trying to find Easter eggs. And Drake is trying to do that with the Iceman thing. But the entire point of the Iceman thing seems to be taking shots at UMG. And I just don't think that Drake's fan base at large is really that concerned with UMG and who did him wrong. I think even the more logical Drake fans, and I do have some logical Drake fans that watch my channel, I think they see that I'm kind of fair in my assessments towards Drake at times. So they watch the channel. I think they can even see that this rollout, this Iceman rollout with the live streams and the episodes, it's not really based around music, which is odd, right? You know, usually when you're rolling out an album, you're dropping songs from that album to get people excited. This rollout isn't really about music. It seems more focused on Drake indirectly through symbolism expressing his gripes with UMG. And I think he's actually harming himself by doing that because I don't think his fans care about that. I think it will be more effective for his album, Iceman album, to just drop some songs that people really like. The What Did I Miss song was really good, in my opinion. Other songs was not that good. He's got a song with Yeet, he's got a song with Central C. None of these songs are sticking. Like, I don't even think they're sticking within the OVO community. And I follow a few OVO people on my timeline, so I see a little bit of what goes on in that community. These songs ain't sticking like Drake songs do. Like We Made It. Nigga, we made it. Like Nice for What? Like God's Plan. These songs is just kind of like throwaways. So when I say, yo, the only person that I think can defeat Drake is Drake, I think he's kind of harming himself now with how he's rolling out this album because it seems more based around bitterness than the music. I mean, Drake, you already have your lawsuit going with UMG. You can say what you need to say in that lawsuit. If you're rolling out your album, you should probably drop some music that's going to get people excited. Instead, Drake, he's dropping music with Lil Yachty. He's dropping music with Yeet. Like, bro, you can't be serious. It's your comeback album. You about to break the tie with Michael Jackson. It's your redemption album too. And you in the studio with Lil Yachty? Like, bro, lock in. Lock the fuck in. Lock inwardly, man. You not serious, man. You in the studio with Lil Yachty? Man, This your redemption album? And you still got Lil Yachty in the studio? Like, this one of the world's greatest songwriters. You doing songs with Yeet. You ain't serious, man, with these songs you dropping, man. Lock in. Cause look, I know there's a lot of people that watch my channel that just want to see Drake fail. I'm never rooting for bad albums to come out. I'm never rooting for mid albums to come out. I would prefer if every album that I listened to was great. So even with Drake, with someone whose music I never really vibed with, I'm never rooting for this guy to drop bad music. You know, I want every Drake album I listen to be dope. I don't want to waste my time listening to mid music. You know, listening to a bad album, a truly bad album, is actually better than listening to a mid album. Because a bad album, at least it's funny at times, and I could really just tear the album apart. There's nothing worse than just a mid album though, like non-exceptional, nothing to really talk about. I don't want that. So I would prefer if the Iceman joint was great, but you in the studio with Lil Yachty and Yeet, and you're not serious, bro. These songs ain't sticking, man. And with the whole Drake UMG thing, by doing this lawsuit, Drake has prolonged the Kendrick beef talks. Because whenever something new about the lawsuit comes out, here we are back talking about Kendrick and Drake, because it's kind of what the lawsuit is about. It's about Not Like Us, right? Drake, if Drake wants to get his money, I don't really care. But obviously Drake saw UMG boost Kendrick. And this is why I think so. And we'll end the video on this point. When Drake battled Meek Mill and Drake dropped the back-to-back joint that basically ended that beef, what happened after Drake dropped back-to-back? You go on social media, Chick-fil-A is making back-to-back memes. Michelin Tires, Goodyear, they're making back-to-back memes. Kroger, Whole Foods, they're doing all these memes. Like, all the corporations are in on it. Drake is doing a back-to-back skit on Saturday Night Live. It went completely commercial. And I think when Drake battled Kendrick and he saw the corporations kind of do the same thing with Not Like Us, oh, Heinz Mustard and Ketchup is doing a Not Like Us meme. The Department of Justice is doing a whatever. When he saw all these corporations hop on that song like that, I think Drake recognized, like, oh, this is what UMG did for me when I battled Meek Mill. And he sees UMG running that same play on him for Not Like Us. And he's like, yo, y'all are boosting his song like you boosted mine. And to Drake, I think he thought he was close with Lucian Grange. He used to shout Lucian Grange out in his music. Apparently he knows Lucian Grange's daughter. So I think Drake thought, like, yo, I thought we were closer than that. I don't know what relationship they had, but I think it was a relationship to where Drake thought, yo, Lucian, we're a little closer than you and the average rapper. So when he recognized some of the plays that was running for Not Like Us was kind of the same plays they ran for him in back-to-back, I think that's how he knew, yeah, they're boosting this song because they boosted my song the same way. And we're gonna sue them because there's defamation in that song, allegedly. That's just my thoughts. So anyways, so yeah, I think Drake can be defeated. He's been defeated in rap battles a couple times already, but I don't think anyone can truly end his career. No one except him. And I think the road he's on with the Iceman Rollout, it just kind of feels like bitterness. And I don't know if that's gonna serve him well. The music is not that good coming out. You know, the music that's on these live streams, it's not that good. It doesn't make me hype for Iceman. The whole Iceman Rollout is just like a story about how he feels wronged by UMG, which I don't think the average Drake fan cares about. And I know these people. I've been debating Drake fans for 15 years. I know these people. I don't think the average Drake fan cares about this. UMG and who did you wrong. Drop good music, bro. I've listened to enough mid albums over my life. I don't want to hear another one in Iceman. So let me know, what do y'all think? Can Drake be permanently defeated, out of his career, forced back to acting? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.